little cringe that he's just
Very
doing all these. Jesus, what was that?
What was that?
Hello and welcome to Sith and the Sweetheart, especially if you just watched our non-spoiler review of Obsession. So this is where we're going to be talking about the things that we did like about the movie and a couple things that we didn't. I don't think there's going to be a whole big list of stuff we didn't like about the movie.
I think I have one thing that I didn't like.
Yeah, I think it's going to be about the same as.
Or no, I have two things that I didn't
at
like.
least one of those things is going to be the same thing that I didn't like about it.
So what do you think worked about the movie?
I think all the jump scares, like all the crazy stuff that Nikki started going as she's like, what would we called? Deteriorating more and more.
And you can tell, you don't realize it at first, but she's basically possessed by something.
Yeah, so basically a quick little summary of how this starts. Bear, who's the main character, he
is in love
with one of his best friends. And she's trying to build up the courage to tell her and all this stuff. And then he goes to buy her something because she lost a necklace. He goes into this little voodoo crystal shop and is looking at necklaces. And then he chooses not to. And then he looks on the counter and sees these
One Wish Willows.
One Wish Willows. That's the name of it. Yeah. One Wish Willows. So basically you take it out of the box. It makes a little chime. And then you make a wish, and then you break this thing in half. So he wishes that Nikki loves him more than anyone in the world.
Yes.
So, and he says that right after he completely botched telling her he likes her. She's walking up to her house, and then as soon as he does it, you look back at the house, and she's just standing there, like just
creepily in the window,
just standing there. And then she comes back to the car.
Yeah, because before she was like, I'm going to go home. See you later. See you tomorrow. And then all of a sudden she's like, hi.
Yeah.
Let me go to your house.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Super creepy.
Yeah. And the very first jump scare of the movie that got me good, like she's at his house. She's sleeping over. She asks him to come lay in the bed with her. She takes her shirt off. And then.
And unbeknownst to him, because he doesn't really think that it's real yet.
Yeah. He thinks that
she's genuinely like she had just asked him right before that if she had feelings. So then he was like, oh, maybe she does have feelings for me.
Yeah.
So they start making out. There's kissing. And then this is when you start to realize she's possessed because she comes to.
Yeah. So the real Nikki comes to and just.
But in a startling way.
Just screams. And you're just like, whoa! It got me good. It got me good. And like that kind of thing happens a few times during the movie where she kind of snaps out of it and the real Nikki kind of takes hold, but it's only for like a few seconds.
Yeah.
And then, and then all the friends are noticing that something's going on with her. They're not sure. And it just keeps getting crazier. And the one friend, Sarah, does have feelings for Bear. So like that plays into it when Nikki's deteriorating more and she gets more and more paranoid and jealous and all this stuff.
And there's like a couple parts where it's very predictable because we, in the very beginning, when we could catch that Sarah has feelings for Bear, Steve and I both called it. We're like, oh, she's going to die because...
And it is a brutal death.
Murder.
Yeah, brutal death.
I was clinging on to Steven so hard. Yeah. It was very scary.
Yeah. And then another twist in the movie is his I would say, is probably his best male friend, Ian. He's like skeptical about what's going on. They don't really... I wouldn't say they kind of gave it away during the movie that like it turns out that him and Nikki were hooking up for like the last 2 years.
You don't find that out till the very end.
Yeah, you find it out at the very end because Sarah tells him right before she gets murdered. But they don't really give that away. I thought they did pretty good with that. Mm-hmm. Like just not like he seemed just like a caring friend, and he's like encouraging him. Which is a little messed up.
Yeah, because once you get to the end, you're like, why were you encouraging him to tell his feelings when you were hooking up with her on the side for 2 years?
Like at the beginning of the movie, he's like, dude, you just gotta like ask her out for drinks, just tell her you like her and all this stuff. I'm like, bro, why are you telling him to do this if you're, All
right, so what are some things you did not like about the movie?
So honestly, the only part I didn't like about the movie is when Bear is trying to get Ian to make a wish. and he's trying to make him wish that.
But why is he doing that?
Okay, so he's trying to get Ian to use one of
reverse.
those one wish willies, right?
One wish willows.
One wish willows.
Yeah.
Well, I like one wish willies better. So he's trying to get him to make a wish that he never made a wish.
Right, basically to reverse what's going on.
Ian does not believe what he's saying, so he pulls it out, cracks it, or he wishes for $1 billion and cracks it, and then all of a sudden money just starts
raining,
all over him, and it kind of threw me out of the moment
because I was
waiting for something crazy to happen. I was waiting for her to like bust through the door and like attack him or something, and instead it just starts raining money everywhere.
Yeah, $1 billion.
Yeah, and then like
almost like little money rolls. It was like really weird how it was.
And mind you, like this whole scene is happening right after
Sarah gets
Bear
murdered.
and Nikki like are disposing of Sarah's body.
Yeah,
and he's like on his last.
He's covered in blood.
He's going crazy too, and so you see his face and he's just like, what?
Yeah, so when that part of the movie came out, I was like, oh my God, this was so cheesy. Like, I feel like they could have done a little bit different of a direction in that part.
And then he goes back to the house, confronts Nikki, and as he's going into his house to confront her, he finds Sarah's dead, naked body. Like, just her face is all smashed in.
But did you catch that she was wearing her clothes?
Yes.
That was so creepy.
Yeah, and then when Nikki comes in, she has painted the tattoos that Sarah had on her.
On herself.
On herself.
And she's like, do you like me now?
Yeah, and put on her dress and like all this creepy stuff. And she like, what did she hit her face? She hit her face with the gun?
Yeah, either the gun or the brick. She was really obsessed with the brick in that movie.
Yeah, she hit her face with something. I can't remember if it was the gun or the brick, but and then Ian shows up at the house. He's like, oh, hey, let me, I got $1 billion. He's super happy, blah, blah, blah. And then he can hear like Nikki like attacking almost Bear, and he comes barging through the door, and boom, Nikki just takes him out, headshot, kills him, and then like, and during the movie also, like he calls like a customer service line of these One Wish Willows, and the guy's like, yeah, no man, we can't reverse the wish. You can't.
You have to kill yourself.
Yeah, like as long as you're living, the wish is gonna stand. And at one point, he actually says, oh, do you want to talk to Nikki? And you can hear the real Nikki screaming.
Oh, yeah, that part was terrifying.
Like she's in like hell or something, like being tortured.
Yeah, it was so
He's
creepy.
like, oh, you can talk to her. Do you want to talk to her?
And she's just like screaming like she's being tortured.
And so they kind of set it up that unless Bear dies, or I guess Nikki
kills
dies,
Nikki.
Yeah, then
Nikki's body.
Yeah, Nikki's body. Like then the real Nikki's just going to be suffering forever. Yeah. But Bear's kind of like a coward. Like he can't really follow through with anything. And so he like locks himself in the bathroom, and she's just pounding on the door. And then she starts getting sweet again. It's okay. We just need space, blah, 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 all this stuff. And then he's got the gun in his hand, and he goes to shoot himself in the head. And
first he's like, oh, shoot myself in the chest. And then he's like, no, I can't do that. Then he goes to shoot himself in the face, and then he can't do that either.
And he chickens out on that. And then he's got a bunch of pills from his grandma that passed away, and he just downs them all.
Yep.
And then after he downs them, he's like about to like throw them up,
and then you hear the crack.
You hear the chime.
Okay, you hear the chime, and then the crack.
And then the crack, and then he goes from like this to like all super happy. So she made a wish saying that she wishes he loves her more than anything in the world.
Yeah, because part of the movie was she would be lurking, and she'd be watching him sleep, and she would be super creepy.
Oh, dude, she'd watch the herky-jerky movements.
With him. It was so creepy.
It was so creepy.
And she kept saying, why don't you love me as much as I love you? And she was literally obsessed with him, like in an uncontrollable way. And so that's how you figured out that she wished that he loved her as much as him. There's
a lot of like body horror. Like at one point she broke a bottle and stabbed herself in the face.
Yeah. So if you're not a gory person, you might not like this movie.
A lot of gore. But like, so at the end of the movie, him and Nikki are standing face to face. They're all super happy now.
In a blissful, creepy way.
And then all of a sudden, all the pills take effect.
And he starts foaming at the mouth. He starts overdosing. And then he dies in her arms.
Yeah.
And then she grabs the gun and she's about to kill herself. But then because he's dead, the spell breaks, and then Nikki comes back. The real Nikki comes back.
She just starts freaking out.
Because what else?
Yeah.
All her friends are dead.
Yeah, her 3 friends are in the room.
They're in the same room. They're all dead.
Yeah.
And it just ends with her blood-curdling screaming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how it ends.
So, yeah, that's how it ends. It's a really good movie. Like,
we didn't even tell you half of what happens in this movie.
Like, if you're watching this video and you haven't seen it yet, I mean, it's kind of doing yourself a disservice. I would
don't watch this. I mean,
it's a little late. Now, but this point of the video. But I hope you're watching this after you've seen it.
Yeah.
Because it's really good. And if you watched our non-spoiler review, this movie cost a total of $1 million to make. Total. That's with marketing and everything.
And they've already made $90 million.
Yeah, worldwide total is $90.17 million, which is awesome for Blumhouse.
Yeah.
And the director, some young kid, 26 years old, did a phenomenal job.
And what's great too is like the actors are more up and coming actors.
Mm-hmm.
So
you don't know any of the actors. I think I recognized
Megan Lawless, Sarah, because she.
I didn't recognize her, but I recognized her dad, the music store owner. I've seen him in some stuff.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember stuff off the top of my head. But what were some of the things you didn't like?
So I didn't like because she's basically being possessed. I didn't like the sex scenes.
Oh yeah, those
because
were rough.
It was very and it made me feel a little uncomfortable knowing that she's basically possessed.
Yeah,
and it's going. He knows at that point that it's not the real Nikki. It made me feel very grape. Yeah, grapey.
Can't say the R word on YouTube.
Oh well.
So I'll have to try to figure out how to bleep that out. So
grapey.
Yeah, it's very grapey. Yeah, it was a little cringe that he's just doing all these. Jesus, what was that?
What was that? Okay, well, that made our spoiler review a little creepy.
That was weird.
Okay. Anyways, 8 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10.
And I think we should call it good there and figure out what that was.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great night.